Welcome to the number one friendship podcast in the country. I'm Aaron Karo.
I'm Matt Ritter.
Guys, make sure to go to audible.com/the buddy system and manoftheyearpodcast.com to grab our merch. Matt, are you a New York Times guy?
No.
By the way, do you like that I'm starting this new segment at the beginning or ask you if you're a guy?
Yeah. I'm definitely absolutely not.
So are you into the California Post?
I mean, I'm not really into any hard copy newspaper. I haven't seen an actual. Are they actually on the shelves yet?
Who said anything about hard copy?
Well, I'm just asking. I want to know, because the Post is known for being a hard copy. I feel.
Well, is the New York Times known for being a hard copy?
Both. The Times has
Yeah.
a sophisticated online following. I think the Post is just known for great headlines.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good question. I've never, because in California, you don't see newsstands.
Yeah, we had one in Larchmont. It was one of the last of the newsstands, and it went out when the Dwayne Reed went out.
How were those places in business, though?
I don't know, but interestingly enough, a nice thing, Chevalier now opened a newsstand at the front of their bookstore.
That's good.
Smart. That's what Barnes and Noble does.
Do you know what are considered the two most famous headlines in newspaper history?
Dewey beats Truman.
Okay, yes. Okay, three then. Yep, that's one.
Okay. Of what? Of the New York Times or New York Post?
No. They're both not New York Times. There's Post, Daily News, New York tabloid ones.
Oh, tabloid ones. So it's like a pun. There's famous puns.
Well, you will know one of them is.
Give me a hint. I mean, you got to give me a hint.
One is about Gerald Ford.
When he fell down the stairs or something?
No, it's Ford to City, drop dead.
Oh, yeah. When he wouldn't fund them. Yeah, New York City.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one I think is a Post is headless body found in topless bar.
I don't know that one. That's
Have you ever seen that one?
No. You got to send me that after. Actually, we got to post that for our listeners somewhere.
I'm surprised. That's a little piece of New York trivia.
What was that about?
A body found in a strip club.
Dang, where? Scores? When was that?
Mafia? I think this might have been in the 70s when New York was real fun.
Right, like Mafia hit?
Yeah, found in topless bar. Let's see. That was the guy who wrote it just passed away. 1983 New York Post. Yeah.
So no, I haven't really gotten my hands on the California Post yet.
Got it. Well, I will say one redeeming thing about the New York Times. They have a great friendship beat.
Yes, I agree with that.
They did actually cover us. First press we ever got before the podcast even launched.
Shout out to Catherine Pearson.
Yes. Call us, Catherine. So this article is not by her, but it was sent to us a bunch. It's called Paulette Perhach, and it's the title is "Your Friend Group Has a Financial Culture You May Not Have Chosen It," and it's basically about friend group finances. So, number one, does the habits of the friend group spread socially? If one person spends a lot or doesn't spend a lot, does that transfer to the rest of the group? Number two, do some people form friendships around economic compatibility? Okay, this guy's on the same level as me. We share the same things. What happens if there's a woman in the article who tries to embrace frugality. And so she enlists her friends to be one of your favorite terms, accountability partners. And last but not least, how it's hard to say no. So if someone or multiple people in the group want to do X and it's out of your budget, it's tough to be can't afford it. So any overalls?
I mean, there's so much here that is under discussed. But I want to give you a hot take about me. I don't think you're aware of is that, obviously I have friends at all ranges of the financial spectrum, but only recently have I tried to embrace some of the skills and hacks of the frugal ones in the group. Instead of chasing the Joneses and keeping up with the Joneses, I'm trying to keep down with what's the opposite of it? I don't know.
Yeah. I cannot wait. First of all, I did not know that. Number two, I don't believe it. And I can't wait to hear some examples of Matt's frugality.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with it right now.
Please.
So, our couple friends who live up the block, Lauren and Greg, are like the greatest at like figuring out the hacks. They introduced us to the Y.
Yeah.
Free childcare on the weekends.
Okay.
So we save a lot of money. And I work out there. It's $85 a month for the whole family, as opposed to personal trainers, Equinox, all that other stuff, or paying nannies, paying babysitters, free childcare on the weekends. We use it every single Saturday.
Okay. Follow-up questions. I thought that you had already extolled the virtues of the Y, or did I make that up?
That was because of this new couple friend that we met.
Okay. And when you say free childcare, meaning they have like just daycare for
Yes,
kids?
on site. Yes.
Yeah. And is just and is it like licensed? How does that
Yeah,
work?
it's great. It's great. We
Yeah.
go work out. We're nearby.
Right.
You have to be on premises. So Jesse and I treat it like a 1 hour workout, 1 hour admin.
Oh, okay. So you do a little work, but you can't leave.
Cannot leave. One of us can leave when we're both there. Actually, it worked great.
Got it. And then is this the same gym where you said like a couple episodes ago you would go during lunch and come back?
No, that's the one in the yoga center right next to my office.
So you still go to that one too.
Yes.
So now you're paying for two gyms.
Yeah, but they're both combined 170 a month
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
childcare.
Okay.
So that's one.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna give you that one point, Matt.
Number two is we do a Friday pizza night, which I'm not a pizza guy. Not a pizza guy. But
Well, if I recall,
but I think I've embraced it because it's the only place anywhere that in LA where I go out to a dinner and it doesn't cost me a fortune with my whole family.
I mean, if I recall, again, several episodes ago, you almost got into fisticuffs on pizza night.
Yeah, that was about a year ago, but that guy is not welcome back there.
Just for our listeners, Matt's kids were running feral around the place with other kids, and
it's the most family. It's a family joint.
A kidless man had the gall to yell at Matt, which, by the way,
reprimand.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so those are two. Is that enough? I mean, does that not qualify?
Well, it's tough,
but it's the same friend. I'm saying it's like the same friend that like we've gotten closer to and we've absorbed there, like what you're talking about.
Yes,
you're not the like. I think it's to a T, covering what you're saying. But on the flip side,
yeah,
I want to be able to travel with people who want to do the things we want to do.
Right. I mean, all that money saved in daycare has been blown immediately. On the next
trip. Right. On the flip side, we went to the Ritz Baccara with another couple who could afford to do that with us. And they had a daycare too that's also free, but I mean free, baked into the many thousands. By the way, I only want to go to hotels that have this daycare thing now.
And do you do any like due diligence, or you just leave the kid? The kids are old enough at this point.
We do the diligence. They are not old enough.
Yeah.
We go the day before. We went the day before to let them like feel it around, meet the people, and then go.
Right. Yeah. And then what are the rules of hotel daycare? Because you can't be on premises, I guess.
Yeah, you just drop them off. I mean, it's usually they had a full day one there. We only did 3 hours, but they have a full day.
Right. You can just hit the pool.
Full day, 9 to 5. You can just drop them there.
Yeah. Well, I think that's actually a really good example. And I wonder, how did Lauren and Greg, were they just modeling good behavior? Was it a conversation?
No, they were just doing it, and then they told us about it, and then we were kind of not arguing, but Jesse and I were commiserating about how, like, why can't we save money? Where's it all going? Just the normal parent stuff. Like, why does everything cost so much?
Yeah.
And then we were like, well, here's something that is a good way to save money on the weekends. Here's money. Here's a good way to save money and see your friends on a Friday night. So we've instituted those two, and they've been great.
So my folks love the Y on Long Island. How is the Y financed? Donations?
how they, yeah, I think they get some donation. I think they do get big donations because it's so reasonable. And all their
Yeah.
programs for kids are free or cheap.
Yeah. $85 a month total for the family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically free.
I'm extolling I will not stop singing the praises of the Y.
By the way, you're going to get an email like we're all getting all the time, like from Apple TV. Well, we've kept our prices low. Now it's $17 a month, like from the Y.
Oh, the Y is
like,
going to be like, we're at $150 a month now. There goes that.
Yeah. That's great. And then why do you think, actually, how about I send us to a listener question? I think you'll find this one pretty interesting.
Okay, let's get into it.
All right, we'll be right back with a listener question. Okay, guys, this is asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question or ethical dilemma, send it to us on Instagram. Our handle is Man of the Year Podcast, and we will answer it on the show, and we can anonymize it if you'd like. Okay. Question. I was saving this one. Okay. Every time, dear man Karo, every time my friend group plans a trip, dinner, or weekend away, we spend weeks avoiding the one question that would make everything easier. What can everyone actually afford? One of my friends says income is nobody else's business, while another argues that withholding that information guarantees either awkward plans or overspending or hurt feelings. We all know who's in couples therapy. We know who's on Ozempic. We know who just got hair plugs, yet discussing salary remains taboo. So here's my question. Would we be better friends if we knew roughly what everyone made, or is that the fastest way to ruin a perfectly good group chat?
So first of all, maybe it's just us and the world I inhabit. We pretty much do. Everybody pretty much knows roughly where everybody's at because they know what a person who does X kind of makes, or they know when somebody's crushing it. I mean, generally, I'm not saying you have it down to a T or you know what assets or what investments they have, but am I wrong to think that most friend groups kind of know where their friends are financially?
I mean, I think maybe the kinda is doing a lot of work there, like especially in our field. I mean, it's kind of random if someone's a straight entertainment person.
Yeah.
I
take it back. I'll tell you why. I'm going to retract a little bit. Okay. I think we assume that, and then a lot of times, people are still strapped. Low cash flow. You could still be making a lot of money. Low cash flow. You could be making a lot of money, have a medical thing that nobody knows about. You could have some sort of house repair that went haywire that is wrecking you financially. You could have all kinds of things. So I guess I am backtracking. I guess I think a lot of times I think I know where everybody stands financially and it feels like it's out in the open, but it's actually not. And maybe that is the problem.
Do you ever think the reverse happens where you underestimate somebody?
Oh, definitely. There's some people who are totally killing it and you have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we have. It's funny because in your side business, you have a very, very specific. This lawyer makes this. This lawyer makes this. Like you have like down to like the T. But I don't know that like transfers to other lines of work.
You're right. No, you're right. A lot of lines of work. How would you know how much your friend who has an HVAC business makes?
Right. Probably crushing it.
Right. Crushing it.
Absolutely crushing it.
How would you know how much your buddy who's in the secondary ticket sales? Just like you have no idea.
Yeah.
You're right. So would it be better if people were more well, look, yeah, I guess, but that isn't anybody's business. So
let me ask, I was just going to ask
by the way, but I was going to say for the sake of traveling, you don't need to know how much somebody makes to know how much they're comfortable with, because I don't think those things are the same. And I think that's the problem, because even if you're very well off, that doesn't mean you are automatically obligated to go on very expensive trips. And just because you're not well off doesn't mean you have to go on, meager accommodations. Like some people like to spend most of their money on their trips or on their dinners. So like you don't get to say how somebody should live with their money, even if they're your close friend. How about that?
Right. No, I agree with that. I'm just going to back up a step and ask you, how do you feel about transparent? Because there's like a TikTok subculture of salary transparency. This is how much I spend in a day. This is how much I make. You don't. He's shaking his head.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can do it. I just don't think anybody else is obligated to give you that money. I mean, that info.
Yeah. What
Listen,
about
you're
if you're
welcome
like,
to be you're welcome to be transparent. I don't think others should be transparent about that stuff. It's nobody's business.
so what about like, isn't there a law in New York State where they have to publish the
Yes,
salary?
I don't like it.
Okay. Why? Tell me why.
I just don't think it's anyone's business. I also think it hamstrings, negotiate. They did it to sort of collapse, letting people get paid what they're actually worth,
So you can't get above the window?
if that's what they say it is.
Right. Got it. So yeah, so you're right. So it's not about income. It's about,
I like
it's
black box payment structure. They call it black box. There's still a few law firms that do black box.
And what does that mean?
Nobody knows what anybody makes. You could be making 100 grand, and the guy next to you could be making 10 mil, and you have no idea.
But do you mean they're not allowed to disclose?
They're not allowed to disclose. Nobody's allowed to know what anyone else.
So you can't tell your buddy what you make.
No, because it's problematic for the company.
But I mean, can you get in trouble for that?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, law, big
Black
law. Yeah, black box. Are you allowed to do? I know. Sorry, I always ask you these random questions. Are exploding offers still allowed?
Are they legal? I don't know if any
No,
law.
allowed.
Right, I'm saying I don't know if there's been any laws to like make that illegal. I don't think so. I think there's.
Sorry, not allowed. Is that still a thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
So, listeners, when it was an undergrad at Wharton, when you were applying for banks, they would give you an exploding offer. You have to take our offer in 3 days.
Yeah, that's still very much a thing. I don't like
think-
it. I don't think you. I don't love it, but I understand it. Like, oh, don't shop my offer to go get another offer.
Why not?
Well, because then you're leveraging me. What am I getting out of it?
Yeah. I think they may have like banned it, which is what I'm thinking of for like
Interesting.
undergrads.
Okay.
It's like these kids are 21. Give them a chance. Okay. So how do you? I agree with you, but I almost wonder if it's a distinction without a difference. Like, okay, it's not what they make; it's how much they want to spend.
Yes, no, that's a huge difference. I think it's a major difference. I think you're not entitled to demand that somebody who has a lot of money spend it.
Right, but I'm saying is, okay, you're planning a dinner. You just got to ask people what they want to spend, not how much they make.
Right. Yeah, that's the more important question. It's not, oh, hey, how'd you do this year? Because I'm planning a trip.
Right.
I don't think that's right. I think it's like, hey, what are we thinking for this trip? Are we comfortable with the 4-star? Are we comfortable with the, like what kind of accommodation levels are we going with? If anybody has any issues, speak up now to the group or privately to me. I'm planning this.
Yeah. So you think the leader, there's always a planner and a fanner. The planner has to take it upon themselves. I think we've talked about this before, Matt. It's been many, many years of like, okay, let's say you, Matt, are planning something bigger, like a bachelor party.
Yep.
And there's a stratus.
Yep.
We're getting up there in age and theoretically income. Some people want to go nicer. It's not going to work for 10% of the gang. And what do you do?
Right. We talked about this. Like, I would rather just let them stay in another hotel nearby. Honestly, I'm not going to stay at a crap hotel at this point in my life to appease that one person can. I'm not offended. I don't want to like make them feel upset or feel weird about it, but like, or we figure out a way to cover them if we all feel comfortable. It depends, it depends on how much money we're talking about.
Right. Because it also depends on what you define. I mean, we're not staying in circus, but if they want to stay in the Hilton and you want to stay in the Ritz or something, is that fair?
Is what fair? To do what?
To tell the people, okay, we're staying in the Ritz, and anyone doesn't want to stay in the Ritz.
Well, why does everybody have to stay together? I'm saying, like, we're grown-ups. Like, I agree. Like, unless we're staying at a house, like an Airbnb, you know, if you're staying in hotels, like, let everybody stay at the accommodation that they feel comfortable spending on.
Yeah.
And like, then it really comes down to the dinners, the events, whatever. But I do think for travel, for purposes of this question, the culture of the group, like, if you're in a group that wants to do expensive vacations and you can't do that, that's going to be tricky, you know?
Matt, there was something else that I wanted to mention before I forget. You were talking about pizza dinners and dinners. So, have we ever discussed how sometimes they put like a service fee on the dinner now?
Yeah.
And do you know what that is?
You're talking about it, not a tip. You're talking about the service fee for like the staff.
No. Well, that's the thing. So, some restaurants are putting a service fee or some sort of fee on it, and it's not for the staff. They're
Who is it?
basically it's to the owner, to the restaurant.
Oh my God.
And so I've asked the waiter before, "Oh, does this go to healthcare? Does this go to you?" And he goes, "No." And I'm like, "So do you care if I take this off?" And he goes,
Oh
"No."
my God. So you can
They're
take
trying
it
to,
off?
yeah,
Wow.
just for the principle.
Yeah. Wow.
It just goes to the restaurant. I mean, you could argue the restaurant owner needs the money too, but
Yeah. I don't know. That's then I guess charge the right price.
if
I
you
don't know.
see, yeah, because my other question is dinners. You're talking about this pizza dinners. Like, has there been dinner inflation, or that's just LA,
There
or
has been
that's
inflation. Everything costs too much now.
yeah? You can't like get a beer and a burger. It's like,
No, that's why I go to pizza on Fridays.
yeah,
Because there hasn't been pizza inflation really.
yeah. Pizza's been the same price.
Pizza's like it's like Arizona iced tea and pizza. The
Yeah,
right like death and taxes. Arizona iced tea and pizza managed to buck in everybody else. All the other chart, when you see like cost of goods,
yeah,
like this,
yeah.
no cost of Arizona iced tea like this, pizza like that.
Do you guys box it and take it home?
Sometimes
Yeah,
two
yeah.
meals.
2 meals, two
Oh,
meals.
I'm a boxer. I'm a boxer upper now. I mean, as a parent, you got to box up.
Oh
You
yeah. Ooh,
know,
what about this? What do you think about when you when you ask to box up the food and they make you do it yourself?
I think. Okay, so let me ask you. We have to look this up because I thought like at one point some waiter told me it was like illegal for them to touch it, and like, did somebody like scam me into making like boxing up my own stuff?
I never heard of that because they'd served it to you in the first place. But
Somebody
I
once
don't.
told me they weren't allowed to box it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
huh?
Can restaurants box the food for you?
Is there
Uh,
some sort of law on that, or was I just completely scammed into boxing up my own stuff?
yeah, yeah. I don't think it's a law. Um, but yeah,
Yes, I prefer them to box it up than me just like scraping it into the things and spilling on the table.
yeah, disgusting. All right. Anything else? Do we answer this question? So you think it's not salary transparency, it's affordability transparency. Communication is key.
Yes, and I think you can take it private with the planner if you just don't want to like spread that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's right.
Yeah. But I
Um,
look, obviously it's easier if it's out in the open where it's like, hey guys, what do we want to do? What do we want to spend? How do we want to, you know, what's everybody's comfort level?
right. All right, guys. This was asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question, send it to us on Instagram. We'll answer it on the show. All right, so let's do some final thoughts on friend group finances. Do you think you're going to take your strategies into other realms? Are you actively looking for other hacks? By the way, share them with me. Don't gatekeep.
This was the other thing. It's like Jeremy's the king of the points thing.
Oh,
This is the first
points.
time in my life. I said it to Jess. I said, I think we should like, I'm never going to go crazy about it. I was like, but maybe we should just pick like a card in an airline to
Oh,
lean in.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of like a 101 stuff.
I'm saying I've never even done the 101 stuff. Like we make fun of me with
Yeah.
profligate spending.
Yeah.
I'm
But
trying
you
to
just
rein it in and be responsible.
on whatever credit card, you just put it whatever credit card.
I just don't even think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jeremy, friend Jeremy, he's a point savant.
Yeah, savant.
He,
A
he's
point autist.
he's an idiot point savant.
Point savant. Sorry, I don't know if autist is offensive, but he's
We mean it in the way that he's a genius.
I mean he's a genius.
Yeah. Um, he's got. I mean,
Right.
last
He can look at a box of points that have fallen on the ground and go 82, 82, 82, 240, 246 points. 200, and the waitress will go, sorry, 250 in the box. And he goes, there's four left. There's four
he's
left.
the Rain Man of membership rewards.
She goes, there's four left, 4 points left in the box.
But honestly, when he tells me stuff, I almost feel like he's lying. He's like, yeah, we went on a 2-week trip to Italy and didn't pay $1. I'm like, how can that be?
I know. That's why I'm like, I think I should probably try this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Have you learned, have you picked up anything? You're in the beginning throes of it.
Karo, when I say this conversation between me and Jesse happened yesterday.
Okay. It happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to me in a year. I've like earned a flight somewhere.
Right. Well, I also like, I get served the points guy on TikTok and all this stuff.
It's literally open on my window right now.
Yeah.
The points guy. I did it on my plane ride back here because I had booked American because I had decided I was going to do that. And then there was a debacle. And then I did Delta. And I'm like, why do I have like 25,000 points on each? That's stupid.
Are you a Delta guy? What's your airline? You don't have one.
I'm not a guy. I'm a nothing guy. You keep asking. I don't know. I'm a Knicks guy.
I'm not stopping.
What am I? Our cousin flies for Delta, so I could lean into that.
Yeah, because Delta, presumably you and I, we both go to probably New York as our number one place. Yeah. Delta, I'm a Delta guy. Like it for whatever reason, they have other flights and now have status.
Yeah.
And it just like, I know the terminal. My sister is now becoming a lounge guy.
Lounge guy. Yeah. Londy's a lounge guy. He's a major lounge guy.
Karen and Londi, they get to the airport 3 hours in advance to go to the lounge.
They must love that buffet.
What
is it? It's not fine, but yeah. They love that.
Londi was flying the other day. You know how he loves to get a beer at the airport no matter what time it is? And I'm like, oh, how was your beer? He goes, it wasn't even open yet. The bar.
That's too early.
Yeah. I don't understand the lounge. Like, I'm not there that long. I like to be within eyesight of the gate.
I like to get there at a reasonable hour. Jesse likes to get late. I like to get there early, but not early enough that I want to be in the lounge for 2 hours.
But you just had a recent flight kerfuffle. Did you have to stay within like eyesight of the
because
gate?
They kept doing the delays in 15-minute increments. It was the most annoying thing. I couldn't just be like, well, I'm going back to the hotel.
Right. Or the lounge. I just feel like you're out of earshot. Yeah.
Wait, can we get back to the core original? Did we answer the listener? Did we finish that?
Oh yeah, we're past the listener question. We're wrapping up.
Yeah. Just culture, like defining the financial culture of the group and like calling on your friends. I like the idea of having a financial accountability as part of a goal for a friend group. I think that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like a win-win. It's also probably good, like fun friendship stuff.
Yeah. Like Dan and I in our office, like we've kind of put some financial stuff on our whiteboard.
Yeah.
Just to like kind of keep us both, when I write it down and he could see it, it's like now it is accountable,
Right. It does hit the thing from our listener question of you have to be a little bit more vulnerable with your finances in order to be accountable.
Yes. And I think like recently I've been talking to other parents about, do you have a 529? Do you have life insurance? Like all of these things. I do think on some level, like part of the TikTok transparency, these laws, like I do think there are benefits to the transparency. Like I do think in general, it helps if you have any idea, because I didn't know anything about financial stuff. I mean, we never taught financial literacy ever. And so if nobody's being vulnerable about it, you're just walking around until your 40s, not knowing jack about what to do with your money. And then you wake up one day and you're like, oh, am I just like 20 years behind on savings? Because nobody taught me about the 401k, the 529, the Roth, the life insurance. Like what?
I can just imagine the reading of your will 50 years from now, maybe longer, where it's like, he's got 10,000 on American. He's got 10,000 on Delta. He's got 10,000 on
Kiro. Also, like in the crypto mania of 2021, I think I told you this, or you saw it on one of our Luger's chains. Like I literally lost those passwords that you needed like 48 words for.
Oh no.
I
Yeah.
put one of them in an old book. I don't know why I did that. Why did I do that? I don't know. And now I don't know where the book is, and I don't. And so I think I lost. I want to say 5. It was worth 5. It could be nothing now, but $5,000. And like I just can't get the password.
You know, there's a movie coming out. I think it's
Where
like
the guy
Jennifer,
lost 100 million in Bitcoin, right?
yeah, but I think this is like a romantic comedy with like Jennifer Garner called Three Tries Remaining about,
Oof.
you know, it's the Matt Ritter story. All right, guys, please share us your friend group finance stories. Are you into transparency? Are you into affordability? And can you say no to your big spenders? All right. Always remember, be good to yourself, be good to your friends. Love you, buddy.
Everybody.